intro.
Are we up?
Well, I'm seeing your intro video.
Well, here's hoping we're up. We're gonna let it catch up. I have one alert, but that was over a minute ago, so it's not fair. The network resource monitor is much more stable. It shows 0 drop frames. It's running completely from my cell phone, so I probably plug some power into it. We'll make it work. We'll make it work, me bully boys.
You're up. I'm now looping back on myself.
Yep, you're good.
All right. Is the picture and stream quality good?
It is.
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, it's frames per second, not seconds per frame.
That's my imitation of the stream quality just then. Good grief. Piece of crap. So before we dive into the Gurdy, and I'm only going to play it for a couple seconds because I'm just not in the mood. It's a Monday. Lord knows I pick it up and probably break the damn thing or something silly. I was going to show you guys what I'm working on. I'm trying to wrap my head around what I'm going to do for tomorrow. So tomorrow is my guest stream on Chris Bowden's channel, and I'm basically required to talk for an hour straight. And I got a lot of hot air. I can do this, but man, when you got that many people watching, you start to get nervous. Over here, it's chill, man. I got a couple people hanging out in chat. I got 3 people watching the show, and it's probably the same people. So, just to recap what we did in the first iteration of the stream tonight, this is all about trying to get my dumb ass to 1,000 people on YouTube, so I can get access to the features that allow me to turn YouTube into a community and run all my social media effort through the YouTube platform. So that's the big push. I want to be at 1,000 people before the middle of 2021, so that I'm able to create content that's awesome and increase my bandwidth range with it. So what we do on Tuesday nights is we do Tipsy Tuesdays, and Tipsy Tuesdays starts with Tipsy. So I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna drink this here bottle of mead that Joe gave me. That's how we're gonna do Tuesday. But I have another thing on my screen right now. I was gonna share it with you guys right quick. So this is my topic tracker. This is the stuff I talk about when I'm streaming on his channel specifically. But I want to bring all this content to you guys on this channel as well. And I already did the pilot with him. That was a couple weeks ago. And then we did a really fun episode on route planning just the other day. I think my next one, I'm going to do cable lacing next. I got some supplies sitting on the boat, and I got everything I need. And I was thinking I might take a big piece of wood and put 2 terminal strips on it and just run a 4-channel, 6, 8, I don't know, however many. It's just a little bit of wire. And bind it all up and get it connected and all super sexy raced and all, super fine. And talk about cable lacing. Not cable zip tying, cable lacing. So super excited for that. But when I plan these episodes, what I do is I actually I come up with some opener mojo. So I've been doing this whole boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems. Welcome to Tipsy. I'm Tipsy Raven. This is Tipsy Tuesday. So that's my little breakout. And then we spent a couple minutes talking about booze and shenanigans. So the last time I was on there, we were talking about Root of All Evil, really beautiful ginger mead by Groenfell. And then World is My Oyster, and the topics I was doing for that, and then the actual travel planning, show prep, what I need to set up the show and how and where and whatever, the schedule. So if I'm here versus I'm at the boat. It takes a different amount of time to set that up. And then I usually do post-show and configuration and sound notes. So every time I have an issue, I catalog it in this log, so that if I'm running the show where again and I run into a snag, I can always reference back to these configuration notes and be like, oh, that's how I freaking fix that, and get myself back online right away again. So that's how I prep for the big shows. Shows here, pretty much chill. I haven't crested 500. I think I might take them a little bit more seriously when I get to 500. The slapstick probably will be just as prevalent as it is today, but when at 500, I will probably try a little harder to make that stuff a bit more refined. Not super refined, just a little bit more refined. So that's kind of the plan for that. Man, I don't want to touch the Gurdy at all. I've had two different things go freaking sideways on me tonight. And if I broke my Gurdy, dude, oh my god, that would be bad. So I think I'm going to skip it. I think I'm going to skip the Gurdy tonight. I might pull it out when the cameras aren't rolling, so that way if I do break it, you don't capture my rage on the YouTube live. So I think what we'll do instead, I think we're going to throw down some Dwarf Fortress, man. I think that's what we're going to do. As long as I got internet.
Sounds grand.
We're gonna as long as my cell phone is supporting my streaming. Spectrum broadband can't support a simple little derpy stream, but Google Fi can. That's so messed up. I can't believe the stream is running through my phone right now. Not just a stream, but Discord and everything else too. So we're going to switch to the desktop one more time, and we're going to bring up that sexy Dwarf Fortress. And we're going to create a new world. My old world, man, that shit came to a crash. So we're going to create a new one. We're going to see if we can do slightly better this time than we did that time. So escape to continue, and we're gonna turn up the minerals, and yeah, that's good. We're just gonna turn up the minerals, that way I don't have to look as hard to find something that we can get started on. It's gonna generate the planet. So preparing elevations, setting temperature, running rivers, forming lakes and minerals, and it's doing a lot of those, and we don't want to cancel it while it's in the middle of doing minerals, otherwise your planet will be bare. So we're going to let that count down. Growing vegetation, verifying terrain, importing wildlife, recounting legends. And so now it's writing history, and we're going to start really soon in the history by hitting escape. Use the world as it is. Yep, the world is only 65 years old, plenty old enough for us dwarves to establish our godliness. And I find no reason to even look at the world. We're just going to accept it the way it is. And hopefully that seed doesn't suck. About to find out. I think there's a way to manually put in the seeds that you can have a predictable experience over and over again. But I can't remember how to do it. So our world is called Zezorzol, fuck's sakes. XESORSLOZGO. God bless. We're gonna play Dwarf Fortress in Xerxes land, and the calendar is gonna count a couple weeks into granite. 65. It's just granite 65. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit F for find desired location. We're going to set X and Y to 4. We're not going to make it very much larger than that. We want a flux-stone layer so we can make steel. We do want a river, and we do not want an aquifer. So we're going to turn off both aquifers, and why not? We'll be really, really explicit. I want shallow metal, deep metal. Yeah. Enter to do the search. So those are the parameters we're going by, and it's going to run down through the list. So the middle map there is the wide view of the world, and you can see that it's already on the second column of searching. There's a couple spots in that northwest territory there, that little island up by the ice shelf that satisfies the requirements. So that's cool. And we're starting to see a bunch of green check boxes in the middle of the main continent. So we got a bunch of places we can go looking for. But we're going to let it scan the whole planet. It only takes a second here. Here we wait like birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness. Oh, I'm glad to see that Discord or Streamlabs actually updated my biggest donor. So Bad Caramel with that $20 donation a couple days ago. That's super cool. Escape to browse the results, and we're gonna find our cursor. So we got this little island up here. I think I'm gonna go a little farther south before I start looking. There's 2 spots right here. Man, that's super promising. How do we UH. Oh, there we go. So H and K to move the selection side to side. That's the upper left corner there. And then tab changes the mode. Oh my goodness, look at how flat it is. Oh, that's... You couldn't ask for a better spot. You could not ask for a better spot. It's a heavily forest, thick vegetation, warm temperature, very deep soil, shallow metals, deep metals, and flux stone. Oh man. And it's not a river, it's a stream. The stream is called the Static Specs. And it's the Fortress of Carrying. Whatever that means. I think that's good enough. You have selected an area with salt water. Shenanigans. It's such a great area. Is it worth trying? We're gonna remember it. We're gonna go looking for another spot. Escape to cancel. Just because I don't want to have to struggle with that on top of everything else that's gonna happen. And this is gonna be mountainous, and it is. I need a nice flat spot like that one we just found. Man, that was beautiful. Well, that's not very flat. Frustration noises. This looks somewhat promising. Yeah. No. Oh, there's a nice little spot right here over here in the middle of this forest. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Tropical coniferous forest. Surroundings are calm. Temperature is hot. Heavily forested. Thick vegetation. The stream is the Ranthorns. I don't know. It's abbreviated because it doesn't fit on the screen. It's not bad. Oh, we want clay, so we're gonna go far enough south to have the clay. I guess we're gonna go right here. Oh, it's pretty flat. I don't know. I think it's good enough. Embark. You have selected an area with a light aquifer. Water might need to be pumped out or carried away. Jerks. I thought it said no aquifer in my search. Oops. So we're going to remember that. Looks like no matter where we pick, we're going to have some sort of engineering challenge just to deal with the nature of the environment we're in. Ooh. This looks promising. Ooh, this looks super promising. Embark. Sweet. It worked. Prepare carefully. We got a guy who's a miner. We got a guy who's a woodcutter and also a carpenter. We got a guy who's a mason, who's also a stone crafter. We got a guy who's a cook, who's also a grower. Where's growing? Grower, right there. We got a guy who just makes booze. Brewer. Oh my god, it was highlighted. I was looking for it because it was highlighted. I feel bad now. We need... Our woodcutter's also a carpenter. Who's our mason? Our mason is also our stone crafter. That's not necessarily ideal, but it'll work. The miner is just a miner. Mason crafter, grower, cook, brewer, straight brewer. And then this guy is going to be a negotiator. And this guy is going to be... What is he going to be? He's going to be my every guy. What else is he going to do? Man, he's going to be all over the place. I don't know what to make him. It only makes sense to make him something, though. I have a cook. I have a... Oh, you know what? I'm going to make an herbalist. And then I'll give him some butchery and tanning skills. Just a little bit. He'll have to come up the hard way. Oh, building designer, absolutely. Okay. Tab for items. And let's see what kind of items we need. We got 35 points to work with. We don't need wooden things. I'm just going to make them when I get to where I'm going. Save some money. And we're going to have 2 female dogs, 1 male dog, 1 female... No. 1 male cat. What else do we want? 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 We want a nanny goat and a billy goat. And we want a couple hens and a rooster. I feel pretty good about that. What else can we grab? Just going to grab a bunch of beer. We got picks, we got an anvil, we got booze, we got some food, we got some animals. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. We're going to embark. We're going for it. We're going for it, me bully boys. I don't have all night to play with it. You have arrived after a long journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness. All beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is ready to make an outpost for the glory of all Levith Litest. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook. Provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the cougars get hungry. Oh god, we got cougars. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Itibiosh. Postsandeled. Strike the earth. Okay. Immediately pause the game is what he said. Oh, this is a fantastically flat, nice starting spot. Wow, this is great. Got a nice little river we can tuck up against here. I think it's actually a stream and not a river, so it's not going to be as defensible as you might hope. But there's plenty of room to build a fort right here. So the first thing we're going to do is hit D for designate, T for trees, and we're going to clear a space for our boys to make a nice little home. And then we're going to hit P for plants, and we're going to clear the same space, and that'll create some foodstuffs. And then we're going to hit J for downstairs. J, down the stairs. Okay, right there we go. And we're going to find a nice spot with a bunch of rocks in it. There's our downstairs. And then we're going to I for up and downstairs. And we're gonna highlight the 3x3 area, then we're gonna jump down a couple layers, we're gonna hit enter, and we're gonna let the guys get to work. So our miner immediately runs over, starts working. That's a great sign. I'm gonna zoom this in for you guys. Got all kinds of trees being cut down. We've already struck our first metal. Yep, right there, tetrahedrite. So we're going down through limestone, and we just hit tetrahedrite, which is fantastic news. So we're going to get some woods together. We got 4 people that are idle, so we're going to hit P for plots and W for wood. And we're going to turn this little spot over here into a wood stockpile. And you know what? We're going to do the same thing here because it's going to take that much room for all these trees we're cutting down. And so those guys are all going to get busy hauling wood around. Start cutting down some trees. Get some work done. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. Oh, nice big pile of tetrahedrite right there. That's fantastic. And we're gonna dig out this area here to make sure we have enough stone. So we're gonna dig that way. And we're gonna make a room right there. Let them keep cutting down trees. Looks pretty good. So we're gonna take this, make a hallway this way. Make a big room for growing stuff in. Galena. He just struck Galena. Galena? I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's silver. So that's great news.
Galena. It's lit.
Galena. 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 So he's going to town on that. Don't have anybody idle because there's a bunch of wood getting moved around, which is okay. That's to be expected. Build O for road. Oh, that's paved road. I need capital O for dirt road. And we're going to make a dirt road coming off the top of our staircase here. And W for workshop. And we need a mason shop first of all. So an M. And we'll build it one step away from the road. Guess we'll just use... Oh, we got some limestone here. We'll use that. And then we want a workshop for the woodworker. That's a carpenter shop, which is C. Only makes sense to build it next to the stockpile of wood. So that's where we're going to put it. We'll make that out of limestone too. And that's probably enough to get started. That's probably enough. Curious how much bandwidth my phone has used. I don't think it tells me until I disconnect the hotspot. It's alright. I don't care. I only got 20 days to go until the billing cycle. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Can't believe the cell phone data is stronger than the frickin' broadband at the house. That's really messed up. I don't even know what to think about that right now. It's tragic. Hey, my miner's come upstairs. He's going to start opening up this little farm room here, hopefully. Which is great. Thank you, buddy. And now that I'm thinking about it, that's where I'm going to put all my food. So I'm actually going to build a couple of farming rooms. Right up here. Just like that. We're going to go up here. There's a lot of room up here to work. So we're going to hit build P for farm plot. We're going to make it a 4x4 outdoor farm plot. We're going to find somewhere it's got 3 or a 4x4x. You see that? That's a full farm plot. It's using every little bit of space it can. So that's where we're going to put that guy. These guys got plenty to keep themselves busy right now. Kind of curious what these gem looking things are down here. Brown recluse, spider silk webs.
Probably one of them.
Oh man, but the silk, I can make silk from that. Man, I'm gonna need a hospital pretty soon. I think a hospital just jumped to the top of the things to build. Alright, me bully boys. Build, build, and build some more. The world is your oyster, me boys. There's the carpenter shop that's built, so we're gonna... Oops. We're going to make some beds right away. So we can make a barracks. I don't think this room's been done yet. Nope, masonry's not done yet. So he's opening up. Oh, P for plot, F for food, and we wanna go over here. There we go. Hey, you guys, make the food safe. And we got an indoor farm going, so we can grow mushrooms in there. So we're gonna build. B for build, P for plot, and U and K are what I'm using in order to resize that selection area. Oops. One more time. Poink. So somebody's going to come by and build that farm plot. And now we're going to go down to here. And we're going to open this guy up to make our barracks. That's a safe spot to put him. This, we're going to tunnel up. And then we're going to make a relatively large size dining hall. So I kind of messed this up the last time we played. That's a 3x3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Space, space. There's where the door goes. So door 1, 2, 3, space, space, door. There we go. Sweet. We're underway. We're underway, and nobody's died from cougar attack yet. I don't even know how to think about this. About to find out, I guess. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight as we burn some time on some Dwarf Fortress. Pretty excited for some Terraria in our near future. I got some more and more people hanging out playing Terraria with us. Steve's playing Terraria. So we're going to do some Terraria multiplayer shenanigans. And it sounds like after we beat the Moon Lord in regular game mode, Zozo has all of the itch to do a very modded Terraria server. So pretty excited for what he's got in mind. Pretty excited. My miner is 49er. I don't know where he is. Okay, that space is built, so we can tell them what to grow in there every season. And right now I'm just going to have them build or grow plump helmets. So that's the name of the mushrooms. Now we're going to come up here and take a look. We have no seeds for the outdoor farm yet because we're not doing much outdoors yet. But that's okay. Build Shift O for dirt road, KK for 3 wide, and U as many times as I can. We're going to put that right there because we're going to build a workshop L for liquor still. And we're going to build a liquor workshop 1 square away. We'll use some limestone for that. And we're going to make a kitchen, which is Z. Don't ask me why Z. And we'll use some limestone for that. That's pretty good. I'm building my workshops outside because I want my dwarves to get some sunlight. If you do not allow your dwarves to get sunlight, they will get sick in the future when they do get sunlight. They actually grow acclimated to the lack of sunlight in their lives. And when they go outside, it burns them. And I don't want them to be that way because I want my armies to be able to go outside and meet the forces of evil that attack. So I build my workshops outside in the rain. I deal with a little bit of negative attitude for the sake of not having somebody like fall over dead because they can't go outside in the future. So that's coming along. Barracks aren't being worked on. Where's my miner? So it's at this point, I'm going to hit spacebar and stop the game. Because I'm going to bring up Dwarf Therapist. Dwarves need help. And in this particular case, one of these jerks is my miner. And my miner, the only thing he should be doing is mining. And so I'm going to turn off hauling for my miner. So the only thing he gets to do is mine. That's all I want him to do. And so I disabled all of his hauling skills and all of his feed the wounded, recover the wounded. All you get to do is dig a hole. That's your lot in life. So I'm going to go ahead and commit that change now. So hopefully, now that he has nothing else he can possibly do, he'll get back to work. Doesn't look like it. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. We have a kitchen, and we need a still. You see what I did there? It's okay. It's okay. I apologize. So we're full steam ahead. The dwarves are working hard. Hardly working. Struck gypsum. That's my flux stone right there, so I can make steel. Wait, no, that's to make bandages. Gypsum plaster, that's for bandages, not flux. That's okay though. Gypsum's super handy too. Well, he's busy building the wrong room, so I'm going to actually build the beds in this tiny little dirt hovel just so these guys don't sleep outside, because that really does piss them off. And so we're going to go ahead and build these beds right here. Little barracks. Nice little barracks. Simple. We're going to go up one level. We're going to go find this masonry shop. We're going to say, hey, make a rock door so we can put a door on our barracks. Hey, and we have a still and a kitchen. So let's get some barrels. V is the hotkey for barrels at the carpenter shop. So as soon as he starts making some barrels, he's already at it. Good shit. As soon as you get some barrels made, at least one or two, we're going to tell the brewer, hey, we need some booze. Get us some booze, man. Well, we want to make sure that the brewer doesn't like, I can't find a barrel to put my booze in. Sorry about your luck. And then goes piss off, and I don't even know what he does at that point. So he's got a couple barrels started, so we're going to say, hey, brew drinks from plants. And we're just going to queue up 10 of them. That's more than enough early game. As long as we do that every 10-15 minutes or so, it should be good. Should be fine. Should be fine. We struck anhydrite. I have no idea what that is. It sounds like a metal. Nope, it's a gem. Tourmalines, gypsum. I have no idea what anhydrite is. So with Dwarf Fortress, sometimes you just gotta go Google it. Dwarf Fortress anhydrite. Yeah, right there. That. What is this? In real life, anhydrite is magma-safe stone. Various types of gypsum. In real life, anhydrite is basically dehydrated gypsum, and on contact with water will immediately hydrate and soften. However, in Dwarf Fortress, anhydrite floodgates are just as effective as floodgates made from granite. Oddly, the gypsum in which it occurs, anhydrite, cannot be used to make gypsum powder. So it's a magma-safe stone. That's really cool. So I could, in theory, use that to capture magma and do stuff with it. I can make screw pumps and whatnot out of this stuff and pump magma into the sky for evil, nefarious reasons. So that's kind of neat. That's a cool stone to find on the map this early on. And we're building, and we're building, and we're building, and we're building. My brewer's working pretty hard. I can see him down there going to town on that stuff. We got a cat in the base, and the cat is currently hunting mice and rodents and various varmint. And so we're going to make a stockpile for refuse. R for refuse. There it is. That's what I was looking for. And we're going to put that all the way out here behind the wood. And if the cat kills something, the dwarf goes, good kitty. And then he has a place to go put the dead mouse so they're not walking across it every day. Just a quality of life kind of thing. I don't know if the cat is actually hunting yet, but he's definitely up to no good. So the reason you only take a male cat is you always butcher the female cats. That way you never end up with kittens, because you can end up with so many cats in your base that the computer will crash. And there's some really funny videos on the internet of people with too many cats. How many cats? Too many cats. And what they do is they go into the game configuration files, which are all in plain text. You can modify the hell out of this game. And they set the internal temperature of the cat to like 1,000 degrees centigrade. And they say that you spontaneously combust at about 200 degrees centigrade. And then they load the game and the base explodes. And everybody dies. But man, it feels good to get rid of all those cats. Stupid dwarf tricks. That's all Dwarf Fortress is stupid dwarf tricks. So my brewer bro is kicking butt. We're going to go ahead and make some meals just because the guys are usually happier when they have a proper meal to eat. So we're going to just make 10 of those. Needs drink producing plants. Brewer has stopped working because he has nothing to brew. He's got barrels, but he has nothing to put in them. The farms are active. Oh, hey. We have stuff. We can grow celery. We can grow millet plants. We can grow leeks, rhubarbs, millet, and carrots. I think we're going to grow rhubarb. Pretty sure I can make rhubarb into an alcoholic beverage. So we'll get that going. Brewer's like, hey, I still don't have anything to make into booze. And he keeps canceling all the jobs. Jerk. What's your malfunction, man? So you guys probably can't hear it, but the neighbor has spent the last 4 days building furniture. I don't know what he's doing up there. But honestly, it sounds like he's doing jumping jacks. But nobody does jumping jacks 8 hours a day, every day of the week. I'm at a loss. I don't know what the hell's going on up there.
That's a lot of jumping jacks.
Jesus Christ. I'm just waiting for him to fall through the ceiling. Hey, buddy. Welcome to my home. You just went on a trip. It's raining again. Oh, my doors are going to be so pissed off about being outside. For whatever reason, this is a super rainy rainforest. I guess it kind of makes sense in that context. Sigh. Okay. We got a bunch of idle people. What the hell are we going to do with a bunch of idle people? Apparently nothing. Because the miner... Say it again, Rico. What's up?
They could drink the non-existent booze.
They need to get to drinking something. Well, what they need to do is they need to eat some stuff, so they leave seeds out so that I can grow more things from the seeds. The lack of stuff to work with. So, with that many idle people, I'm going to hit D for designate, P for plants, and I'm going to have my thresher go and all right, dude, thanks for your efforts. Obviously, we need something more. So I'm just going to do a really broad, wide open area here. I'll let him go out there and collect a bunch of foodstuffs. Whatever he can find. Hematite. The boys have found iron. Oh, he's mining out the legendary mead hall is what he's working on right now. So, that's cool. Thanks, buddy. I got 4 people watching in YouTube, and I got 4 people idle in Dwarf Fortress. Coincidence? I think not. So, hello to my YouTube viewers. Welcome to Dwarf Fortress with Tipsy Raven. We just started a new base. I think we have a cougar problem, and not in the good way. Although I haven't seen one yet. So maybe I'm gonna be safe after all. I don't know. We're about to find out. So we got a little base going on here, and yeah, I get it. It's Dwarf Fortress. If you can't read the Matrix, you definitely can't play Dwarf Fortress. Now they make graphics packs for these, so you can. And my personal favorite is Phobos. Super clean, 16 pixel by 16 pixel graphic pack. It even does animated pixeling, so you can your guys are animated just a little bit. but it helps a lot. So right now we're standing outside. I'm gonna zoom this way in just for you guys, and I think you can see my cursor on the stream. So this is our wagon right here. This is what we showed up in, right? And we got some dwarves hanging out around the wagon because they got nowhere else to hang out. So there's like, oh, hey, how's it going, buddy? Hanging out in the parking lot, smoking American spirits and drinking 40s of something horrible. I got a little road going here. There's a little staircase going down. There's a couple workshops. There's a big pile of wood over here. There's a little tiny workshop here. And as we go down, we can see there's a little tiny barracks. That's what all the zeros are. There's a farm. That's what the flashing purple mushrooms are. There's a warehouse just below that with all the food in it. And as we go down, we're going to build a much bigger barracks here. And Miner Bro in the middle of your screen there. He's getting ready to finish opening up this legendary mead hall he's working on. So that's what we got going on. And this is the point in the game where it just takes a little bit. It just takes a little bit of time. You got to let the dwarves do their work. I don't like seeing that many people idle though. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Get to work. Get to work. So we're going to tell the brewer, "Hey, make some more booze." Okay, there's one less idle person. Got to keep him busy. Oh, remember I was telling you, like, okay, so you see the yellow X moving around? That's a cursor. You hit the K button. And just above the yellow X is a tiny little purple little, like, superscript 2, I guess. That's the corpse of something. In this case, it's a hamster. I don't know why the cat killed a hamster. I would think you'd want to make that into a pet. But the cat killed a hamster and somebody went and gathered its remains and tossed it outside so it doesn't start to stink up the base. If you don't have a place to put the remains, they start to go rancid. And in Dwarf Fortress, rancid means the ghouls move in. And so you'll actually see this purple miasma like growing and spreading in your base, and then it gets really bad and people go crazy and they kill each other, and then you lose the game. Which brings me to the next thing about Dwarf Fortress that you gotta know. There's no way to win Dwarf Fortress. There are, however, unlimited ways in which to lose it. In fact, when you have a moment, go Google fun in Dwarf Fortress. And the wiki article will redirect you from the page about fun, because there is no page about fun. And it will take you to a page about losing, because losing is fun. And I can tell you right now, I have started and lost Dwarf Fortress dozens of times, hundreds of times. I can't even. And usually I find it to be hilarious. And there's games out there, like on the forums, that they're 150 in-game years old, and like standing armies and huge forts and all kinds of stuff. They're neat, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, where's the fun? And besides, the developers, you upgrade your game, you play the next version up, and then you find out the developers realize that people were building epic bases that couldn't be brought down, so they released dragons. And Schmog. Oh no, there's a thief. There's a thief. Where's he at? I don't see him yet. Okay, so along the bottom, the red text says, "Thief, protect the horde from skulking filth." Where is he? So the game automatically pauses because there's now a threat on the board. Is it you? Oh, he's a kobold. So that lowercase k right there in so who saw him? How'd they see him? Did he grab anything? Oh, I bet you this dwarf is the one who saw him. The herbalist that's out. Man almighty. Okay, we're gonna hit M from. Okay. M for military. We're gonna create a squad of whatever is available, and everybody's now a military man. We're gonna hit S. We're gonna hit A. We're gonna hit K for kill. And these dwarves are gonna go beat this kobold to an inch of his life, assuming they can catch him. And hopefully he didn't steal something like my freaking anvil. Okay, where'd he go? Oh, there's more than one. They're everywhere. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Another thief. Oh, they got that boy. They got that boy. They got that boy. All right. All right. How many thieves did we have in the base? We had 2 thieves in the base. God, listen to the neighbors go, man. Stray dog bites and misses, bites and misses. The kobold thief jumps away. But this guy, I don't think he got away. The recruit misses the thief. Misses the thief, misses the thief, misses the thief. They're a bunch of idiots fighting over a greased football the shape of a kobold. Expedition leader punches the kobold thief in the left foot with his left hand, and the injured part explodes into gore. An artery has been opened by the attack. You think? The force twists the left ankle, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. Tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. Like it did it twice. It just devastated that poor bastard's foot. And that's why the rest of them caught up, because the expedition leader's like, bamf on that poor dude's foot, and he goes, ah, and then the rest of them get there and then proceed to beat the shit out of him. So the kobold thief falls over. The recruit grabs the kobold thief by the 4th finger right hand with her left hand. Expedition leader grabs the kobold thief by the left hand with his left hand. So now they're just grappling this dude. They're like grabbing him. Recruit grabs the kobold thief by the upper back teeth. This dwarf reaches into the kobold's mouth, grabs him by the jaw, and says, no. The recruit releases the grip on the 4th finger. The recruit grabs the kobold thief by the nose with her arm, so he's got her arm wrapped around his head. The militia commander misses the thief, despite him being grappled. 20 ways to Sunday. The recruit releases the grip on the kobold's mouth. The kobold thief is unable to break the grip of the recruit's lower left arm on his nose. So he's got her arm. The kobold's in there thrashing around. He can't get away. The kobold thief slashes at the recruit in the right eye with his large capper dagger, and their injured part is cloven asunder. So now I got a half-blind dwarf. The force twists the head, tearing apart the squint. So not only is his eye messed up, but he hit him so hard it messed up his head. The expedition leader punches the kobold thief in the right hand with his left hand, and the part explodes into gore. Maybe that was the hand holding the dagger. And the recruit finally lets go of the kobold's nose. The force bends the neck. Wait, who hit him? The recruit punches the kobold thief in the head with his left hand, bruising his muscle. The force bends the neck, tearing apart the skin, bruising the upper spine and the nervous tissue. The tendon has been torn in the upper spine. The kobold thief loses hold of the copper dagger. The recruit releases the grip of the recruit's right hand on the kobold's second left finger, right hand. The expedition leader grabs a hold of the shenanigans with his right hand. Grabs, hacks. Oh, here we go. The militia commander hacks the kobold thief in the lower body with his copper battle axe. So apparently my militia commander is also my carpenter, who's also my woodcutter. Bruising the skin, bruising the spleen, through the small, giant cave spider silk tunic. Kobold swings at the recruit, misses. Expedition leader releases the grip, and the 2 recruits release the grip. Punches. There's a punch by a recruit, bruising the muscle. Militia commander hacks the kobold thief in the right lower leg with his copper battle axe, tearing apart the muscle, bruising the bone. An artery has been opened by the attack. Ligament has been torn by the attack. Expedition leader grabs the kobold thief by the upper left back teeth with his lower left leg. Okay, Dwarf Fortress, let's be realistic. Dwarves do not have opposable thumbs on their feet, but apparently they do. Recruit scratches the kobold thief in the right hand, tearing the muscle, bruising the bone, and a motor nerve has been severed. They are literally tearing this bastard apart. The recruit punches the kobold thief in the left upper leg with his right hand, bruising the bone. Yeah, bruising the bone through the silk tunic he's wearing, which bends his hip out of place. Kobold thief attacks the recruit, but he jumps out of the way. Another hack by the axe. Artery. Kobold thief is having trouble breathing. recruit. It says the kobold thief is having trouble breathing. The recruit strangles the kobold thief's throat. Well, he's not breathing very well. Let's just finish it. The kobold thief passes out. And they hack and they slash and they hack and they slash and they hack and they slash. Recruit. The militia commander hacks the kobold thief in the head with his copper battle axe, tearing apart the muscle, bruising the skull. A tendon in the skull has been torn open. And I think that was it. I think the militia commander, woodcutter bro, swinging the axe at that poor kobold skull ended that shit. There you go. There's the first combat of the new game. So we got a dead kobold. We're going to disband the military so they get back to work. I don't know if the other kobold's still on the map, but I'm pretty sure that dude GTFO'd as fast as he could because we went ham. They went ham on the kobold they could catch. So that's interesting to know. Kobolds attack in pairs. Thief. That's the first time I've ever had a kobold thief come into the base, actually. So pretty cool. That's a new one. Had a couple drop frames a couple minutes ago. Hopefully the stream's still working okay. Just struck more Gallenite. He's opening Kaolinite, whatever the hell that is. He's opening up our big barracks right now. Things are progressing along quite well. B and capital D for trade depot. We're going to put a trade depot right on the end of this road that we built earlier. And we'll make that out of limestone. And B workshop R for craft dwarf. And we're going to put the craft dwarf shop right next to the trade depot. It's going to be right there. We'll make that out of limestone. There we go. Rock and roll. Rock and roll, me bully boys. My craft dwarf comes down, gets busy. And the shop is stood up. So he's going to make rock mugs. Just going to make 10 of them. Just so I have something to trade with when the trader shows up. Hopefully I can get some food or something. Subsidize my hungry dwarves alcohol problem. And I got 4 people idle again. Jerks. So this guy right here, he's going to make some tables. He's going to make some chairs. This guy is going to make some doors. I should get some people working again. Build door. Oh, I only got 1 door to work with so far. So I guess that's as far as that's going to go. We've been streaming for about an hour, and considering that I'm currently using my cell phone's bandwidth to pull that off, I am going to go ahead and say this is a fantastic spot to stop for the night. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. The only way to save the game is to leave the game. So don't forget to occasionally just leave the game. It's the silliest thing ever. I wish you could see a save and keep playing, but it's not a thing. So we're going to go ahead and save Dwarf Fortress so we don't lose our progress. We got ourselves a nice little base going with our 3rd attempt. And we'll go ahead and stream some more Dwarf Fortress in the coming days. In the interim, I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to this right here, like this right there. Yeah, that guy right there. I want to say thank you for Rico for hanging out. Steve, thank you, buddy, for hanging out. Much appreciated, guys, coming out and hanging out with me on a shitty Monday. Where apparently I can't get a drone to work. I'm actually going to probably tinker with that for a couple minutes and see if I can make that do the thing. And on Wednesday, I'll fly it for the half a second it takes to wreck it. And that way you guys can laugh at me.
Nice.
But in the interim, I hope that you all have a fantastic evening. And I am sure we'll be live again tomorrow with Chris Bowden over on his stream. And Wednesday night again on mine, at which point I do promise for some hurdy-gurdy shenanigans that evening. Until then, adieu.
take